All right, it's another week of football fans. I'm wearing two hats tonight, folks.
Mhm.
Our producer is out, and I will be producing and being the showrunner for this great show. And Travis is back. Welcome back,
Yeah,
G.
I don't know. Someone told me that we were having a show tonight, like last week.
Yeah, my if in case people don't know, sometimes people get my texts and some people don't. That's why if um I text somebody, it's like a few hours later, I'll ask them, it's like, hey, just seeing if you got my text, just making sure. Because some people do, some people don't.
Mhm.
But yeah, another crazy week of college. I was wrong. I didn't know Iowa State was on a bye week last week. I was the early bye.
Jeez.
This week is Arkansas State, and it's a
Everything
easy
falls
dub.
apart when I'm not here, apparently.
We never even talked about the game, so
No. And Iowa, Minnesota, the battle for the Floyd of Rosedale early this year.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
Last,
it's a November game, right?
yeah, it's usually like an early November, late October game.
Hmm. Yep.
I, Iowa got cheated out last year in the pig game.
They're gonna lose again. They're not good. Kidding McNamara's not good. They struggled against that team, whatever it was.
Troy, Alabama.
Yeah, Troy. I just forgot where they were. Man, they looked like hot garbage till like they got a couple touchdowns late to pull away, but oh man. Yeah, they're gonna get smoked. I mean, Minnesota's not a great team either, but they got a pretty good defense too, and they have a legit running back there. I mean, so does Iowa, but I don't know. I think Minnesota's running back Darius Taylor, I think is his name. If I'm right. He's really good too. So I don't know. I don't like Iowa's chances. I think it's gonna be a low scoring, close game, but I don't know, I'm looking at them losing by like a field goal this weekend.
I think it'll be a close game, like Travis said. Hopefully the defense can get some stops after that one receiver just had 3 touchdowns against Iowa. Basically, the one thing that looked worse than what it was.
Mhm.
But Caleb Johnson lead the nation in running. So as long as he run the ball well and McNamara doesn't do anything or make mistakes, Iowa should be in a good chance to win the game. But it'll
Okay,
be
Miss.
close.
Okay,
Perfect
Mr.
game.
Iowa. Mr. Iowa. Why did Iowa put in Sullivan at quarterback for a few plays last game?
All right. Change it up. I'm not really sure. No. Throw
Who's
people
your
off.
who's your OC again?
Yeah.
Lester.
Yeah, is he gonna bring his NFL expertise to the Iowa Hawkeyes?
We'll just look at them. Look a lot better in offense than last year.
What do you think, Travis?
No, they just have a better running game than last year.
Better running
And
game.
then literally they haven't played hardly anybody. Even Iowa State isn't like that hard. I mean, they blew that game. I don't know. If this was in Iowa, I'd pick Iowa the other way close, but since it's in Minnesota, I'm gonna go Gophers. I don't know. And their offense, it's marginally improved from last year, but it's nowhere good enough to compete in the Big Ten. Like they would think that like they thought they were gonna. God forbid Caleb Johnson gets hurt. They're screwed.
No, we got depth at running back, so I'm not really terribly worried.
Yeah, but
Yeah. When's the last time Iowa's had a good quarterback?
Iowa, oh
Nate Stanley.
It's pretty good.
yeah, I mean Ricky Stanzi.
I
CJ
mean, are you saying
B
like?
CJ
I mean,
Beathard.
Yeah, no, not be hard.
besides Brock Purdy, when was Iowa State having a good quarterback?
Every year.
Yeah,
Besides,
Seneca Wallace.
that was like 20 years ago.
Exactly. Austin Arnaud. We're
Sage
talking about.
Rosenfels.
None of
Yeah.
those guys are runner-ups
Brett,
for the Heisman.
Brett Meyer.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't remember the great Steel Jance year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like Cyclone fans don't even know who that guy is.
Exactly. There's about 500 women and names that remember who he is, though. That's a little inside joke for people who are in college
Pretty
at our
much.
state during those years. Oh,
Okay, we'll
uh,
get to our favorite part of the program here.
we're not even going to talk about Tennessee and
I mean,
Oklahoma.
we can go ahead, talk.
Tennessee's going to crush them. They're really good this year. I like Tennessee. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get my volunteer pride out. So let's go Vols.
Who does Texas play this week?
Oh, they are some shit team, I think. Yeah,
I really heard
Louisiana Monroe.
is Manning gonna play or is it Ewers back? I have no idea.
It's a good week to let Manning play if they wanted. They
Right.
by like 50. So
Arch Manning will be
a
NFL quarterback.
he will be
Yeah.
a member of the Manning
Not
cast.
this year, but next.
Manning cast.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him, so I can't tell you. I don't follow Texas football that much.
He plays at a big program, has
Yeah.
a name,
He's
and is a
behind.
quarterback
Yeah,
for the
and he hasn't.
SEC. That's
he's behind Ewers, who's just basically
right.
legacy at Texas at this point. So
I mean, there have been worse quarterbacks that have played 1 year and made the NFL.
yeah. Ewers will be in the NFL though.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he'll necessarily be a first round, but I think maybe a second or rounder is what I'd see him.
Depends if a team needs a quarterback.
Yeah, just
Well, there's
depends on
always
how they are.
teams.
Look at Michael Penix
Yeah,
and Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. I thought Bo Nix would go late first round, like early, like this time last year, maybe, but things can change. So Ewers might be a first rounder. Just depends. Carolina might draft him. They're gonna need a
go with
quarterback.
Sanders.
Not all right. Oh yeah, they can get Shadur. Shadur will not be a first round pick. Mark my words.
I bet he
Mark my
will be.
words. Mark my
He'll
words.
be top 10.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now. If he is, it's a bust.
I bet he will be.
I'll call him this. This is my Bryce Young, Caleb Williams connection. Shadur Sanders will be a bust if he's in the NFL. As a quarterback, unless he converts to like receiver or something.
Nah, he'll be a quarterback.
I know.
What should he be? Probably not.
I mean, look at what happens to him when like he goes against an average defense in college football. It just disappears usually. And they lose.
They can't block him. That's still a problem.
But he tears up the bad defenses. I'll give him that. He throws 500 yards on those guys, but he's throwing to wide open guys.
Well, I bet all of his receivers are probably going to get play in the NFL or next.
All his receivers, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my.
They play. Colorado plays Baylor. That should be a win.
We'll come back to this in like
for Baylor or Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Go Baylor. Go Bears. Yeah.
All right. Today is Wednesday. That means it's the last day without football until next Tuesday, which is great. Tomorrow night's game only on Amazon Prime. Al Michaels will be making $1 million while we make our daily wages at our jobs.
Yeah.
And it is a AFC East divisional rival. The Patriots at the New York Jets.
Yep. So gonna be it's gonna be a pretty crappy game, I think. Jets still finding their footing a little bit. They got to win though, so Rodgers still ain't 100, but he's getting there. Patriots got a good D. Offense looking is lacking a little bit. But I'm liking the Jets at home Thursday night to win by 10. So I'm gonna go with it as a 23-13 game.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go Jets here as well. I think they're just Rodgers getting better in flow. He's just getting all those little reps in that he didn't have for the last year and a half. Offense is clicking. Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson. Yeah, they're all gonna find. I mean, they're just gonna have to find ways. Their injuries, or they just really don't have any pass rushers. So I don't know. New England, I don't know, but I'm thinking the Jets here.
Yeah, Jets should win. Aaron Rodgers' first home game of the year should be good. Patriots could be 2-0, but they lost in overtime last week to the Sea Chickens. Yeah, I don't. It's a building year for the Patriots, and it should be a divisional year for the Jets based on what's happened recently with the Dolphins. But we'll get there. All right, first noon game is the Giants and the Cleveland Browns.
Ooh. Yeah. Deshaun Watson sucks. Browns are every day are regretting that. And Daniel Jones also sucks. So we got two teams who both desperately wish they didn't sign their quarterbacks to long-term deals. Fighting this out. One of them's got a better defense though, and that's Cleveland, and one of them's at home. New York is still as a dumpster fire. They have a few pieces on defense, like their D line's pretty good and stuff, but they got basically not much else. They got no offense that's worth a shit. Cleveland's got a good defense. They got some good receivers. Just Deshaun Watson stinks. That's their biggest problem. So I'm gonna go Cleveland wins this one by like 13 at home. It's gonna be 24-12. New York still can't kick because they're even with Juju Joseph. Now they'll kick something this weekend though, but they'll miss an extra point. That's my good.
I think Cleveland's gonna play a lot better. I don't know if they're gonna see like anything great from the old Houston renaissance of Deshaun Watson, but yeah. Dan Jones is not at all a great quarterback in the NFL right now. Giants are just a lackluster team. They just can't do anything. They probably would be right now the worst team, if not for the Carolina Panthers. They just can't do anything right either. So, but this should be Cleveland should have a convincing win. They should win by at least 10 or 13 in this one. So,
As Zach Gelb would say, here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. The Browns will win this game easily.
Yeah.
Giants stink. Deshaun Watson hasn't been that great this year, but they'll get the dub
Yeah,
at Cleveland Brown Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio on Sunday.
he doesn't need to be great to win this game. That's the whole deal.
Right.
So,
And the Giants have one brother on offense, and he's a rookie
yeah,
wide receiver.
yeah, that's literally their only
That's
offense.
literally their offense right now.
So it's like when Saquon was the only thing they had going for him a couple years ago.
All right, next noon game is the 0-2 Denver Broncos with head coach Sean Payton looking for his first win against the very surprising Buccaneers, who are 2-0.
Yeah, the Bakers found something down in Tampa Bay, so that's That's for sure. He's working with good offensive weapons, good offensive minds there. So Denver is just not good. So and they've got 2 losses. I mean, the Seahawks are just kind of a mediocre team this year. Steelers are lost on offense, but have a great D. And I don't know. Pittsburgh's got an okay defense, but they're traveling all the way to Tampa Bay. I expect this to be somewhat of a blowout for Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay by like 17, I would say. And I'm gonna go it's 20 or no, let's go 34-17. That might even be giving Denver too much credit though. And Butthole
Yeah,
always
Denver's still
sucks.
going to be winless after this weekend. So I know it's going to get Boyd's blood boiling because they're still going to be talking about greatest coach in the world. But Baker's playing great. I mean, he's got those 2 great receivers out there for him, Godwin and Evans. Might be most reliable guys out there for receivers for any quarterback.
Next to the
Yeah.
Vikings.
Well, I'm veteran.
I'm just kidding.
Veteran. JJ's got the better skills, but I mean, I don't know about watch out for your dogs. But yeah, I'm taking the Buccaneers by 10.
Yeah, Buccaneers easily win this one. Broncos stink. They don't have Bo Nix, rookie quarterback, doesn't have a touchdown yet. I don't know. I think they could have played him too early. I mean, yes, he is better than Stifler, probably better than Jared Stidham, but they kind of jumped the gun with Bo Nix, I think. And yeah, Baker looking good. Rejuvenate his career. Bucks win. All right, next one is the Chicago Bears, who they've had a pretty good defense this year so far. Um, they won their first week on defense, and they only allowed the Houston Texans 19 points, a lot of field goals, against the winless Colts, and the Colts are home.
Yep. Yeah, Bears defense is the only thing like I got going for them. So Colts, man, I don't know what to think about them. I thought they would have won up in Green Bay, but they just blew it. And Richardson was just awful, throwing interceptions like crazy. But I do think they're gonna win this one. It will be a fairly close, I think, lowish scoring game still, but the Bears just have nothing on offense. And Colts are gonna be at home on the turf, be a little better for them. I'm gonna go that Indianapolis wins this one, like 22 to like 13 or 16, 22 to 16. So Caleb Williams
I
sucks.
think I'm going to go with the Bears in this one only because just their defense and Richardson can kind of get a little too aggressive with the ball sometimes. And the Colts abandoned Taylor all fourth quarter this past weekend in Green Bay. So yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do. But I mean, I'm taking the Bears defense. Only reason why Williams, it's going to take some time. So for him to finally get going. I mean, yeah, the weapons are there. It's just going to take time. So Bear fans aren't patient, as we know, but so. But I'm taking the Bears by 3 in this one.
I'm gonna go with Colts. They're home. Anthony Richardson needs to complete some more passes. He's like a 48% completion right now. That's not good.
I know. And you have Michael Pittman who like catches everything and you never throw to him. Like, what are you doing?
I know. And Colts need it. Colts are kind of built on the run here too. They should run the ball more, but I don't know. Bears defense is solid.
Yeah.
I don't know if Keenan Allen's hurt again. Didn't play against the Texans. Caleb Williams still waiting for his first passing touchdown of his career. We'll see. Maybe he gets it. Maybe he waits another week.
Oh.
All right. Next nooner is both teams are undefeated. The NFL's favorite LA Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Russell Wilson is not playing again.
Oh man, that's the bonus for Pittsburgh. Yeah. This is gonna be an easy Pittsburgh win. So Chargers traveling cross country to the east. Pittsburgh, great defense. Justin Fields doing what he needs to do. They pound the ball. He throws, his little passes. They're doing what they need to do. Chargers have benefited from playing two very bad teams, and the Panthers and the Raiders. So this is gonna be a typical Pittsburgh game though. It's gonna be ugly. All their games are gonna be ugly this year, but their defense is good enough, especially at home, to beat teams like the Chargers. That's why I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh wins this one 19-13.
Yeah, the Steelers. This should be a pretty good game as long as Justin Fields doesn't make any mistakes. He's been pretty good so far in the first 2 weeks. But Chargers, that potent two-headed running game. I mean, that's basically what they are now. So Herbert just got to complete some passes, get some big plays down the field. I mean, I think he had a record for most for like 100 yards with something about so many completions in 100 yards. I don't know, some weird stat. But yeah, it should be close. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this one. They're on their home, so by Pittsburgh by 3.
Both teams are going to run the ball a lot on Sunday. Yep, I got the Steelers. They got a better defense.
Mm-hmm. No.
All right, next nooner is the Philadelphia Eagles, who should have won on Monday if Saquon would have caught that ball.
Yeah.
Against the red hot New Orleans Saints.
They would have just ran it too and run the clock and then not play prevent defense. Would have won too.
Who's gonna win?
What?
Who's
Oh,
gonna win?
I thought you were gonna finish. Well, I was
No,
trying to interrupt you because I find it funny.
Eagles.
Saints are gonna win. All right, let's go. It's gonna be in the Saints. It's gonna be in New Orleans. Derek Carr sucks, but Alvin Kamara is good. I'll die on the Derek Carr sucks train all the way until they win the Super Bowl with him. But no, they're good enough. They're good enough. Eagles, man, they got some issues on defense, it looks like, and they got some issues with play calling on offense. Does anybody know if AJ Brown's back this week or is he still out?
Too early to tell.
Yeah, so same issue. This is not gonna be the Eagles' year, I think, man. I don't know. So I'm gonna go with Saints win this one 31-24.
I'm going to take the Eagles in this one. I think Saquon's going to do a little better this time, but I mean, it comes down to, should I catch the ball? But I mean, that's one of those things. Play calling, they would have ran the clock, kicked the field goal, or in the game. But go for the win. Yeah, Saints are playing well. Almost said Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Carl. Carl, Will's old buddy, old pal from the Raider days, is playing good. Kamara's looking like his old days out there. But I don't know how long it's going to last for the Saints.
He got to play
So,
Mike Zimmer defense, which he always destroys.
yeah,
Anyone
right.
remembers his 6 touchdowns on
So, but
Christmas?
I mean, it's going to come down to Jalen Hurts, can control the ball, um, and Saquon getting plenty of touchdowns. So, Eagles in this one.
I got the Eagles as well. I don't think they'll lose back-to-back games this early in the season. Saints are red hot, but I think it stops Sunday. I think Saquon is gonna take that loss on himself personal, and I think he's gonna have a really good game. All right, next nooner is Nate, our producer's Green Bay Packers at the Titans. My second favorite team, the Titans.
Oh,
Still,
yep. What? Man, I don't
still
know,
your
man.
second favorite team?
Are they?
Are they?
No. Mine? Did we say my second favorite team?
Wills.
Will's?
Go
Wills.
ahead, Travis.
I don't
Tim's
know
going
what's
for
going on.
two.
I lost all train of thought here. Green Bay, not at home, so they're not gonna win. There you go. That's my prediction. I hate this game's gonna blow watching. I feel sorry anybody that watches this one. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be like 12-9 Tennessee. So there you go.
Well, I mean, we'll see who can actually throw the ball this week. I mean, will Levis just do another one of those? Huh? Oh, shoot, I gotta throw it.
Hmm.
Or will our backup managing quarterback run the ball with the puke on it again this week on third down? So, I mean, it's the battle of the running backs, and Green Bay's got a better one, and so on Josh Jacobs. So Packers in this one.
I'm going with the Titans. Malik Willis stinks.
Yeah.
I think
Told you.
I think Bill Levis has a good game. He's gonna start catching on here soon. Hopefully D Hop gets healthy. Um, Calvin Ridley has had a few good catches this year. I think the Titans are gonna have a few touchdowns this game, and Titans are at home, and they're a very underrated team at home.
Yeah. I expect them to try and challenge Malik to actually throw it this week, which the Colts didn't do a lot of last week. So take away the short underneath stuff, take away the run, and dare Malik to beat you through the air. That's what you got a week of tape on him now, Tennessee. All right, it's not you
I
got
think just Will Levis just needs
yeah.
to
You can
figure out what
see
he wants to do.
yeah.
I mean, he's just giving away these games. So, I mean, shoot, both these games, the first two games they could have won, and he just looks like he's out there
Yeah.
playing flag football.
Yep. So
It might work on like a Friday night, but not on a Sunday afternoon.
he must have not been having enough mayo or something. That's right. Get some more
Maybe too
mayo in there.
much.
Maybe. Maybe. So he's sluggish. He's just belly full of mayo.
All right, and then the last nooner is Travis's
Oh yeah.
second favorite team, the
Yeah,
Texans.
I know. I got against
At
them.
the best team in the North, the Vikings, with the best wide receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. Is he gonna
Yes.
play?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It was literally just got kicked in the
The
old
ding ding.
thigh. Yep. No, just in the thigh. He'll be fine. They just took him out for precaution. It's just like a little bruising maybe at most. So nothing too serious. So we didn't need him to win that game. We're too good. Defense is stacked, boys. Sam Darnold, finally has a play caller he trusts, and he's got the weapons to use it. Even without JJ, man, our backup receivers are pretty good. Jalen Naylor and Brandon Powell are probably some of the best 3-4 wide receivers in the league. Aaron Jones is good. Everybody's good. The defense, man, all our offseason pickups crushing it. Harrison Smith's still crushing it, 95 years old back there. Oh man, it looks good. So we're primed to do something special this year. Man, Texans coming into our house. We're gonna handle them. Well, you saw how CJ Stroud can get shut down a little bit there from that last game. They're not gonna be able to handle our defense. Plus, it's gonna be kind of funny. We basically swapped edge rushers with the Texans, the Daniil Jonathan Grenard swap, and we took the Texans linebacker Cashman. So, but this will be a good game. But I'm gonna go Minnesota wins this one 24-20 at home. Plus they're home dogs for some reason. So go with the Vikes.
I think this is gonna be a pretty good game here. I think it's gonna be more of a passing game than rushing game because Houston lost their running back. So with that bad hip tackle that
Oh, Mixon
So-
got hurt.
Yeah, Mixon.
Mixon got hurt. I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
he's out for a
I don't-
while.
Did they put him on IR? I didn't even see. Or
I
not.
haven't seen anything about him.
Because he came back in the game, and then he came back in for like
Yeah.
a couple plays and then left again. So I don't know.
Mhm.
But I doubt he might play. I guess he was at practice today, but I don't know. So, but he won't be. Oh no, he wasn't at practice. Sorry. So I doubt he plays this weekend though. So
Yeah,
probably
I don't think he's
probably
gonna
out
play.
for 1 to 2 weeks, I'm guessing. So
Yeah, he's pretty livid on because it was supposed to be an emphasis from the refs this year, that kind of a tackling play,
Yeah.
and they didn't call it.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it was
but it's gonna. I mean, the Vikings have played very well. I mean, they got the 49ers number again this year. It might be Brock Purdy's kryptonite. So for the NFL. So yeah, it's JJ's looking, as long as he can stay healthy. That man broke the record as being the youngest player with 6,000 receiving yards in NFL history. So sky's the limit with that kid. He's looking great as long as they keep him the ball and he stays healthy. I think he's had half of his games he's played, he's had over 100 yards receiving. So great player. But I think CJ Stroud is the better quarterback. I think he's going to lead a game-winning drive and get them the win over. And Travis's Vikings are going to lose his first game, and they're still going to come and play in the Super Bowl, according to Travis. So it's a win-win anyways. So
yeah.
you'll get him back, maybe.
The year I'm right, finally. If you pick them every year and then they win,
Yeah, Travis is gonna
Right.
pick the Vikings until he's 90. Hopefully,
yeah.
they'll be better at one
Did you
year.
put
Yeah.
down what was the odds for the Vikings Super Bowl this year?
Like 40-1 or something.
40-1.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was roughly in that range. So they were like bottom 10 and or something. Might have been like 25-1 or something. I don't know. They were like bottom 10 in odds to win the Super Bowl. So
I'm gonna go Vikings. Vikings are wearing the throwbacks this game.
yeah.
I think they did a couple times last year and didn't win either game, but this is the game they win in the throwbacks.
That's right.
Justin Jefferson is too good not to bet on right now. CJ Stroud, though, still probably top 5 quarterback in the league when the year's over. But Vikings, best team in all the land.
Right.
All right. That's all the noon games for our friends at CBS and Fox, and now the 3 o'clock games. The first one is the Dolphins, who are starting their backup, should be a 4 string quarterback in the league, against Old McDonald Seahawks.
Yep. Yep. Miami. Not gonna win anything without Tua. Especially not gonna win when they got to go all the way to the West Coast. Seattle, like I said, they're gonna be kind of a middling team. They're probably not gonna make the playoffs. It's gonna be like probably the first or second team out of the playoffs this year. Will be my prediction on them. But they're good enough to beat a Miami team with no Tua. So that's they got some good receivers. Defense is okay. And this is gonna be Seattle by probably like 14. I'm gonna go 30, I don't know, 31 to whatever, 17. There you go, 31-17.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are going to struggle without two out there. We'll see if they can get anything going on offense. Tyreek Rose really didn't do much of anything this past week. And the running game, you're just going to rely on trying to get the ball. See Seattle and see Chickens. They're Gino's still doing his thing. I mean, they don't look great, but they got out some wins. So I'll take Seahawks in a close one here.
Yeah, Old McDonald Seahawks start the season at 3-0. The first two teams, they play the Broncos and the Patriots. Teams aren't very good. Now they're playing the Dolphins. It's actually 3 straight AFC games for an NFC team. Kind of weird.
A little bit.
But yeah, the Seahawks, Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith. They got a better team than the Dolphins right now. We'll see how Skylar Thompson does. I don't know if they'll go out try to get a different QB for the time being until Tua gets back.
I mean, they picked up Tyler Huntley off of like
Yeah,
what is that, Ravens practice squad or something.
Mhm.
right. Yeah, I guess I forgot
I
they got
mean,
him.
he's not good though either. They're only way Dolphins seriously win this game is if they have success with a chain in the running game and their defense steps up somehow. But I don't see it.
All right, next 3 o'clocker is the Carolina Panthers, who made a quarterback change after Bryce Young has only played 17 games in 2 years. A lot of Panther fans aren't very happy right now. Can't blame them. The Cam Newton NFC Championship Panthers are long gone against the Vegas Raiders.
Yup. Carolina's absolute dumpster fire. Even Andy Dalton ain't gonna do much to turn this ship around. Be marginally better, but they're traveling across country to play Vegas. Vegas, I think the Raiders will win this one. I mean that Carolina's got so many problems. It's not even just Bryce Young, even though he is absolutely garbage and he will be gone from Carolina. I think he maybe not this year. I think they might draft a quarterback this year because they got a first round pick again. And I think they'll keep Bryce Young, as long as he's still on his rookie deal for another year before they cut him, or see if they can trade him for something, peanuts maybe. I don't know. Maybe they can get a 5th rounder for him or something. But he's just not good, and their defense is not good. They don't have a whole lot on offense either. Maybe when Jonathan Brooks comes back, saves them somehow. I doubt it. But yeah, Vegas has got Minshew and Devontae Adams. They got enough pieces to crush a team like Carolina. So this is going to be 26 to 10 or 26-13 Raiders.
I think this is probably only one person who's kind of disappointed that Bryce Young isn't playing in this game, and that
Yeah,
Mr. Boyd himself,
Will's like, why
who was
couldn't he
really
throw?
wishing.
Why couldn't he throw one touchdown last week
Right.
and keep his starting job?
But I don't know. I just think Andy Dolan can't get any worse than what he had.
No, they're not going to be
But
worse. It's a marginal
well, I
impact.
mean, just mean the Raiders coming off probably their highest win on the road in years, and with nice comeback. And I think this could be an easy trap game for them to get back home and get a easy opponent. This happens all too often in the NFL. But I mean, just see what Gardner Minshew and the veteran Devontae Adams can lead this team, and hopefully, because I mean everybody's going against Carolina, no one's going to pick them. I'm not going to pick them, but it's
All
going to
right,
be a close
Tim.
game. I think they're going to do. Carolina's going to score more points than they did all season. So, but Raiders are going to win this one by 3.
So they're going to score like 6.
Did the Panthers get a touchdown last week?
Oh
Chuba,
yeah, I think
Chuba Hubbard getting one?
they got. I think they got one in garbage time.
That's
Something,
right.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, my Raiders, duh. I didn't take my
Yeah.
Raiders last week, and I wish I would have.
I know, right?
I know. But this week we're gonna win. Viva Las Vegas, home opener, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, Devontae Adams still probably top 3 receiver in the league. Brock Bowers, very good player. Max Crosby, great D end. But yeah, the Panthers, I mean, they've had Sam Darnold, who's playing really good with the Vikings, Baker, who's playing really good with the Buccaneers. They also had PJ Walker and a couple other quarterbacks. But yeah, nobody wants to be a Panther. I don't even know why Dave Canals got hired there to the job. I don't think anybody wants to be a Panther. But Raiders, baby. Raiders by we're gonna go 28-14 Raiders. All right, next 3 o'clock game is the Lions, who had a pretty solid win week 1 in overtime, but didn't look so hot last week. Traveling to a team that they never beat, the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals. So I watched them destroy Timmy's Rams last week. I watched them destroy one of my fantasy teams as well. And Arizona's got something going. As long as Kyler Murray stops playing video games, they'll be good. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks good. At least he did last week. Detroit's floundering a little bit here. I mean, they're going to be looking for a bounce back game, but I don't know. I like Arizona. They're home dogs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go Arizona wins by 7. 20 let's see, 27-20 in the desert.
I think this is probably the top matchup here of teams here this week. Both offenses are playing pretty good. Arizona got a blowout win against the injured, riddled Rams. They really went Harrison quickly and found success after that first week of 1 target and 1 catch. So, but the Lions, I mean, we'll see with St. Brown if he's good to go. I think he is. Jameson Williams is playing good. The running game's got to get going a little more with Gibbs and Montgomery. But Jared Goff, he's played Arizona multiple times, took care of business. But I think it's gonna be a close game, and I'm taking Arizona as well, in a close one here.
Yeah, I took Cardinals last week. I looked smart. Sorry, Tim. I took Lions last week too. Shame on me, but I'm gonna take the Lions in this one. It's gonna be a close game. I think they'll pull it out this time. Yeah, Goff has played the Cardinals a lot in his career. Kyler Murray looks like Kyler Murray of 2019, his second year in the league, I think it was. Marvin Harrison probably be the best receiver in the league in a few years when JJ starts to get older. Sorry, Travis.
That doesn't happen. Young, forever young. All right, anyway.
Next 3 o'clock game is a NFC West divisional rival.
Woo-hoo.
This team can never beat this other team except the NFC Championship one year. I'd say the only time this team has ever won this game.
Mm-hmm.
The
Wait, we beat them
49ers.
last year. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
they did.
right. They did. I
How
Yeah.
forgot.
could you?
Shame on me.
Yeah, didn't you win
I
Funny.
was,
in
I
San
was thinking about
Francisco?
I was thinking about Terry Bradshaw.
Was that one in San Francisco you won last year?
Yeah, it was the last game of the year when the
Yeah, it was
49ers
random.
Battle
Yeah,
the backups.
when the 49ers sat everybody.
yeah, they had nothing to play for.
Carson Wentz.
Okay, does it count T?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll give it to him. Make
Sorry,
Tim happy.
Tim.
We'll stroke
Twice.
Tim's ego a little bit here.
49ers and Rams, arch rivals.
Yeah. San Francisco, injury riddled. Rams, injury riddled. San Francisco's got a better D. They've got still more weapons. They still are gonna have Kittle. Mason looks good. Brock Purdy. They're gonna be pissed off that loss. It's just like after they got beat by the Vikings last year, I think they came out and looked on someone and won by like 20 something. It's gonna be the same. This is gonna be a blowout. Rams are just way, way too depleted with Cooper and Puka out. They're just and they don't have much of a defense, as we saw last week against Arizona. So I'm gonna go San Francisco wins this one. 38 to 20.
Yeah, the 49ers have just had the Rams number here of late, besides the playoffs and last game of the season last year. Yeah, Rams, yeah, we have basically half our starters on offense are gone on the IR. So not looking too good. Stafford and Kyren Williams are the only reliable players we have. And yeah, it's not saying too much here. Kind of rehash of our post Super Bowl season where everything just fell apart. So I mean, I don't know. We'll just figure. See, 49ers are on kind of a similar boat. Debo's gonna be gone, and still no McCaffrey. I mean, we'll see what they can do. But yeah, it's gonna come out of Brock Purdy. He hasn't really blown people out of water here in these first couple games. I mean, this is the year. I mean, if he wants to be the highest paid player in the NFL, is what everybody's talking about. He's gonna have to start showing it because otherwise we'll be seeing Bryce Young out there is what I'm hearing. So who knows? But Niners in this one.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Wow. Big
Yeah.
Big Brock has the most passing yards in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that like last
Kyle,
week wasn't
that's
really
what
on
they
him.
look at the 49ers. We love quarterbacks. Look, Sam Darnold beat his old team, former 49er.
It's true. Sam Darnold just knew the playbook. He gave it to the Vikings. So
I mean, look, they traded Trey Lance, and he's just sitting there on the bench in Jerry's house. I mean,
yeah, because Trey Lance is
where else are you going to go to
Not very
learn?
good.
And you get paid more money to just sit there.
Yeah,
Go to 49ers.
yeah. It's true.
But
It's probably Bryce Young's only hope is that he goes to the 49ers and
49ers.
backs up Brock Purdy.
But yeah,
It's like
49ers.
Illinois, and that or he comes to Minnesota.
Where
So
where's Brandon Ayuk? I haven't heard about him yet.
They never thrown the
literally,
ball.
well, one because he's runs out of gas like every other play. That's why.
Should have
He's
went to
just
the
like Trent
Patriots.
Williams. I don't know if anybody watched Trent Williams late in that game, and he was just literally like they would snap the ball and he would just sit there and just not move and try and block and make the guys just run around him.
I
'Cause
mean, they got
he was
one
so
brother
out
out
of
there,
he was so out
Niners,
of
and George Kittle, the guy who
yeah.
oldest kid in the
Yeah.
world.
Yep. So
But
Trent
yeah, the
Trent
49ers
Williams is
got a
just
lot
like
49ers have too many mouths to feed on offense.
yeah.
And Mason is a pretty good running back so
Yeah,
far.
he ain't bad. I mean,
But it's also part of the Shanahan system.
yeah, because they block.
But they're
Everybody
not the
blocks on
same
that
without
team.
Debo.
That's
So
true.
But
Debo's a good blocker.
look at all
And
the
Ayuk's a
Shanahan
good blocker too. They got all
look
the
at all the
receivers have to block for Shanahan's system. Like your tight ends and your receivers block for your running backs. That's what they do.
and look at the prior Shanahan running backs. Your man Clinton Portis,
Yep.
Mike Anderson, Tatum Bell, Olendis Gary. Who else?
I don't even know who that was.
I can see him. Ruben Drones.
What?
All
like
these
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. They brought him up the other day, and I'm like, wow, these are old players.
Yeah.
Love it. I love the throwback.
Yeah.
But yeah, 49ers should continue their streak when everybody plays in a regular season game, Tim, against the Rams. Your number one, Puka Nakua. Your number two, Cooper Cup, is out. So I don't know who you guys are gonna throw the ball to every play because
Demarcus Robinson.
yeah, but he's a touchdown guy. He's
Yeah.
not a first down catch guy. Like
They'll
Cooper.
have to be.
No, but Puka.
Go.
Hey, we got that young Texas guy. He might do
Oh,
something.
Tim.
You picked him up in fantasy, so don't even tell me that.
Is he better than Xavier Worthy?
Uh-huh.
That's
Huh?
my homie. You can't say that. You know what the refs are gonna do.
How
Keep
much?
quiet.
Yeah.
How much is CBS paying you?
All the money.
All right. There's one more 3 o'clock game.
Yeah. Big D versus
Yeah,
Big B.
the 0-2 Ravens, who
Yeah.
could be 2-0,
All right.
versus Big D Cowboys at Jerry World, and Tom Brady is calling the third straight Cowboy game.
Oh, what a surprise. Tom Brady is awful. I don't know. I can't stand him. It's like a robot. If you made like an AI robot and gave it Tom Brady's voice, that's basically his play calling right now. Like you just chat GPT Brady. That's what I call him. Anyway, Baltimore needs the win. They need this win. Dallas is gonna lose. All right. I got a feeling this is a Lamar breakout game. Lamar runs all over him, throws all over him. It's they got exposed last week. Dallas just ain't as good as people were thinking.
Oh, man.
They're still gonna be good, but
Yeah,
against the top teams, man, I don't know. So I feel like this is like a 9-win Dallas year for some reason. So I'm gonna go Baltimore. I think it'll be somewhat of a shootout. I think Dallas will get a few on there, but we're gonna go Baltimore wins this one in Dallas, 31-23.
Yeah, I don't even know if Baltimore even knows what they're gonna do on offense. So
Just run it.
I mean, that's what they should do, but yet they're throwing down Zay Flowers, Zay Flowers, Zay Flowers, Zay Flowers, and they just. What happened to Mark Andrews being the guy, and now they don't even throw it to him.
Likely's
It's
just
going
better
to
than
Isaiah
him at the.
Likely now. I mean,
Yeah, I think
They
Andrews
don't
is
even run Derrick
washed.
Henry.
Andrews is washed.
yeah, Derrick Henry was actually run the ball in the fourth quarter, and then they're like, well, no,
Yep.
let's do something else.
Yep. Silly.
Dallas is home, so I mean, it's gonna be a big, just big old D out there having a blast. Big show. Cowboys, Dak Prescott. They got shown out against the Saints, but Dak Prescott will get back. I just don't know what Baltimore is going to do anything. I mean, they're going to score maybe some points, but I don't know. They gave it away against the Raiders, but I'm taking Dallas in this one. Dak Prescott's just too good, and they're home. So, yeah.
Both of these teams need a win to save their seasons.
I agree on that. Yeah, I think Cowboys. I don't think they'll lose back-to-back home games this early. Even though the former MVP, man, Lamar Jackson. The first game, all they did was run. The second game, all they did was pass. There's no balance with Lamar Jackson this year.
Mhm.
They need to give the ball to Derrick Henry, but they're not. And
He'll run it then. They
um,
can't decide.
Lamar Jackson is staring down one receiver too much. First game was Likely. Second game was Zay Flowers. Their offensive coordinator, that guy from Georgia, he looked good last year. I think he has potential to be a head coach in the league, but time will tell. And one Raven fan said we should fire John Harbaugh and hire Old McDonald. Uh, but yeah, Cowboys. And why does Tom Brady always call Cowboy games? The guy never played for Dallas. It's stupid.
Because he's on Fox and Dallas is always on Fox.
I know, but Buccaneers are on Fox.
Settle down.
But is
Say what,
that
Tim?
It's
What'd you say?
Dallas. Who
I
would
know, but
rather watch the
gotta-
Buccaneers?
yeah,
But- okay, I get why Fox, number one analyst team, always is the Cowboy games.
yeah.
But
It's
why
the biggest
have,
brand.
but why have the same announcers 3 weeks in a row for one team?
We had it for like 20 years.
I
Joe
know, but it
Buck
was
and
Joe
Trey come in.
Buck. It was Joe Buck.
All right, just think about this,
Jeez.
Will. There's only 3 noon games for the Cowboys the rest of the year. So you're gonna be stuck with a lot of
Seriously? Why?
Brady on. Yeah, he's gonna so outside of the ones that are not, like, Brady's gonna be, he won't be in the next 2 weeks because it's prime and then Sunday Night Football. But Brady will be on for the Detroit game,
Yeah.
October 13th. He'll be on for the Philadelphia game, November 10th.
Let's
He'll be on for the
CBS.
Giants game on Thanksgiving. He'll be on the what? Oh yeah, sorry, the Philly game is on.
The
CBS.
second Philly game
So
he'll
he'll
be
probably
on.
be on, like, yeah, he'll probably be on.
The first Philly game CBS, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
reason
second one he'll be on there.
the reason they did that was so Tony Romo can call a Cowboy game.
Yeah,
That's the reason why
Mm.
they did
and
that.
then I don't know if one of them-
Damn.
and then he'll probably be
Oh.
on, like, the Atlanta game. I don't know if Fox has the late. I don't know. Fox has a late game that week, right? So he probably won't be on that one, but I don't- he'll probably be on the yeah, probably. So he'll have a bunch more Cowboys games. He'll probably call like 9 Cowboys games this year.
Stupid.
Or 8 games maybe.
He needs to do at least one Buccaneer game.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
Well, he won't be doing a Raider game. So, sorry.
probably
I
not.
think we're on Fox maybe
Oh.
twice this year.
Yeah. So
Raiders,
probably
because
not.
of AFC.
Yep.
Let's just hope.
Right.
Maybe what if they go to the Super Bowl?
Yep.
He can't because he's an owner.
All right, Brady's
They'll
slated to
have to
do.
bring back Greg Olson.
They
Some things
will.
just never
So
change.
Dang it.
Brady's slated, I think, to do one Buccaneer game this year at the Chargers on December 15th.
All right. Sunday Night Football, NBC, Peacock. From what I've heard the past 2 weeks, the Chiefs are still the best team in the world, even though they should have lost both games. Versus the Falcons, who should be 0-2, but they're 1-1.
Yep. Yep. Falcons, man, they got lucky there. Um, you know, they showed flashes, but they struggled a lot. Other than that blown coverage on Mooney, there was a lot of field goal settling, and then that last drive, that was basically the whole game for the Falcons. Was the ridiculous play calling by Philly on their last drive and their ridiculous go into prevent defense, start getting chunked out, never call a timeout or anything. And then, they could have still won the game, but Jalen Hurts decided to chuck it into triple coverage with Devonta Smith instead of we were screaming at the TV to just throw it to Saquon there because he had like 12 yards and out of bounds easy, like he was running that little 10-yard out there. But yeah, I don't know. I think Kansas City wins this one. They're still good, even though the refs help them every game, and they'll do it again if they need to. The refs will, if Kansas City needs a drive extended, the refs will be there for them. That's how it's going to be. Atlanta, get ready to experience your loss. It's going to be a close one that Kansas City wins on a field goal again. That's my prediction. It's going to be 23-20. 23-20. Kansas City game-winning field goal. Thanks, Russ.
And
Yeah,
also Chris
I
Collinsworth, Mike Tirico, and their Chief fans.
Yeah, this just, I don't know what it is, but I have a strange feeling that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be the first team in a while to three-peat here. The NFL, the Chiefs are about the only
The
consistent.
Chiefs.
The NFL has kind of flipped for good teams and off teams this year. A lot of the good teams are all on the 0-2. I just think it's the New England Patriots regime all over again now with Patty Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. We haven't really seen much of Travis Kelce, but he's got other things on his mind than that. So, but yeah, time will tell. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs should take care of business. Kirk Cousins, though, yeah, he got to win on Monday night. Remember when they said he couldn't win on primetime games? How do you like that? Them apples there. So, but I don't know. And the only team I think that's going to beat the Chiefs this year is the Bengals, and they want me to get into the playoffs. So, yeah. Good luck playing them in the playoffs, Will. Sorry.
We'll beat him.
I ever said playoffs, not regular
We'll
season.
beat him
Wow.
once.
Yeah, they'll lose like 4 to 5 games this year, but I honestly, as long as Patrick Mahomes is under center, it's not looking good
Well, I think they lose
for anybody.
the Niners game on the road. They lose the Bills game on the road. And I think they lose the Steelers game on the road. And maybe one of the Raiders.
Yeah, they'll have their hiccups, but I mean,
Well,
they know the rules. They know how to get the refs going. I mean, just chuck it up there and.
I think Tim's got to leave because the NFL's knocking on his door right now. They're not very happy. They heard all the way from New York that Tim's not taking the Chiefs 17-0.
Yeah, they're
They're
about
mad.
to.
They're gonna take him back to New York and question him.
This channel is gonna get cease and desisted by the NFL.
But yeah,
I'm like, there's like 12 viewer channels. You gotta knock it off.
do you guys want to hop on a call on Sunday night and grab a case of beer and see how many times Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico drool all over Mahomes?
Yeah.
will be drunk by halftime.
No.
First
fine.
drive. Come on.
First drive. And then let's go, oh yeah, Kirk Cousins, he's okay. But oh Mahomes, he can do
Wasted.
no wrong.
Yep. Wasted.
Yeah, Chiefs will win this one. It's at Mercedes Benz, Georgia. But yeah, Chiefs because the NFL loves the Chiefs.
Yep.
And there is two Monday night games this week. Kind of weird. And they're
Yeah.
45 minutes within each other. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
First one is the winless, very disappointing Jacksonville Jaguars, Tim's second favorite team, at the Bills Mafia.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be another loss for Jacksonville. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they don't look nearly as good as they did last year. Everything's kind of falling apart for them. Buffalo is still got Josh Allen. He's still pretty good. They're finding ways to run the ball. They're getting it into James Cook's hand, both passing and rushing. And they're, using Josh Allen to their credit, even though their receiving game took a dip. So, defense is still pretty decent. Nothing great, but yeah, I don't know. Jacksonville, I mean, they did play, Dolphins, peak with full healthy Dolphins, and the Browns have a good defense. But I don't know. Their offense looks a little lost right now. They just can't do anything really. I'm gonna go Bills win this one by 13 at home. I'm gonna go with a 26-13 win for the Bills.
Josh Allen's just playing too good, and Jacksonville Jaguars have just been not playing good ball, but they're still better than the Tennessee Titans. So
I thought you were gonna say the Panthers. It's like everybody bet Panthers.
Yeah, they're still better than the Panthers.
Panthers.
It could always be worse, Jacksonville. You could be the Panthers
Or the Giants.
or the Giants. Yeah. Yeah, you're not
those
quite
guys are in
the
the
bottom feeder. You're
yeah.
just close. Yeah. You'll have a top 10 draft pick next year. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills. Start the season at 3-0. Who's their number one receiver? Nobody knows.
James Cook.
Yeah, James Cook, the running back, looks pretty good this year. Josh Allen still throwing the ball. Some say he's the better quarterback in the league, better than Mahomes.
I don't know what you've been reading.
Say what?
NFL's gonna be ringing that doorbell anytime soon here.
Yeah, they're gonna take me in chains. But yeah, Bills, they're home. They're pretty tough. Bills Mafia. They'll be all over the Jaguars, and I don't know if Jaguars don't look too hot mid-season. I don't know if they'll cut the cord with Dougie P or not.
I don't know.
And then the final game of week 3. I think Joe Buck and Troy Aikman will be at this one. Washington at the Bengals. Can Washington score a touchdown?
Man, I don't know. That was a crazy game, and I was glad they won though last week. I think they will score a touchdown this week, but they're not going to win it. Cincinnati is a good team, but not a great team. So I think they're a wild card at best this year. That's my prediction. But they're definitely better than Washington. They're at home. Washington has the best rookie quarterback that's playing. McCarthy will be the best of all of them, though. But Jaden Daniels is pretty good. They're just lacking. He's just got to get a little time on his belt. They need more weapons in the receiving game for him. They need a little better blocking They need a little better defense, but there's things to be hopeful about there. But I'm gonna go with Cincinnati wins this one. 30-20 by 10 at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Cincinnati as well. Jay Daniels, maybe he'll finally get his first touchdown here. But Bengals just a better team. They caught a lot better. They were the better team last week against Kansas City, but they couldn't pull it out. But I think they'll get the job done well here against Washington. So
Bengals is up Paul Brown. Washington scored 21 points the hard way, all field goals. Dan Quinn gave the game ball to the kicker, which he won the game pretty much. Jaden Daniels still looking for his first NFL touchdown. Will he get it this week? We'll see, maybe. Is T. Higgins gonna play this game? Is he gonna quit being a baby for the Bengals? Jamar Chase still need to find his rhythm with his best friend Joe Burrow. I think the Bengals will win. They should have won last week, but the NFL loves the Chiefs, as we said earlier.
Yep.
But yeah, Bengals, and that's all the games.
Yeah, I mean, Bengals are gonna be like it's like a 9. It feels like a 9-win year for the Bengals. So
What they got last year.
yep. So, and they might sneak in as a wild card, or they might be like the first team out in the AFC. But they should beat the Commanders at home. If this was on the road, I almost would maybe give a slight edge to Washington, but no. A week, I don't know, kind of a more of a down week, I think, in terms of matchups. What do you guys think? I mean, a few good games, but a
yeah,
lot of mediocre games this week. So
Best game in the media's eyes is
uh probably Chiefs Falcons, right? Or Dallas
Dallas Ravens.
Baltimore. Yeah, let's
Dallas
say
Ravens.
one
Yeah,
of those two.
Best game on paper is probably Texans Vikings.
Yep. Yep. Super Bowl preview. Let's go, guys. Your week 3 Super Bowl preview. Texans Vikings. Calling it right here. Yep. Texans upset the Chiefs
Well, that's all I
in
got.
the AFC Championship game.
We'll see you guys got something else.
Oh, no, not really. So glad to be invited this week. So Will.
Hey, my phone.
Yeah. So hopefully
Tim,
we
you
get
got anything?
what's up?
I'm all good here, man.
Because I'll close it out with our producer's famous words, unless Travis has something else.
No, just go Cyclones, go Gophers, go Vikings, Skull.
All right, and as Nate always says, if you made it with us this long, I thank you, and join us eventually this season.